Well, good Thursday morning to y'all. It's Dan. I want to welcome y'all to my home in the sticks. Lord, it is a chilly one this morning. It is in the 40s. Got a jacket on. And you know anything below 70 is going to be cold or southern boy, right? I wanted to talk to y'all about a real good friend of mine that I have met through YouTube that is having some medical issues and some procedures that are going to be done. Joe over at 2 Dogs Plus One, or 2 Dogs, had put up a video on Mr. CB, and just a brief explanation of how I met Mr. CB and how our paths crossed. I'm fairly new to YouTube, and Mr. CB's been on YouTube for quite a while. And he happened to stumble across one of my videos on gardening, and I happened to stumble across one of his videos on gardening. And we linked up, and we just hit it off from then on. I guess the thing that really clicked between CB and I, and his name is Randy Jones, but he'll be quick to tell you he goes by CB. But anyways, the thing that clicked between CB and I was basically a love for gardening and a love for trying to help other people garden, or just help other people in general. From that point on, I pretty much talked to CB probably every other day. Him and I texting back and forth. I hear from him or he'll hear from me. So that's just a real brief overview of how our paths crossed as far as me knowing him. And Joe over 2 Dogs, us three pretty much communicate on a regular basis. And we've Skyped a few times, and I've talked over the phone. I've talked on the phone with both of them several times. And it's just a YouTube friendship. I've never met Joe or CB personally or anything like that, but just talking to them on the phone and Skyping, I mean, I don't need to meet them in person because both of them are sure enough good folk. And yeah. Anyways, a few weeks ago, CB had sent me a text message and told me that he was needed to go to the doctor because he was having some problems, and it turned out that he has, and I don't want to cross the line or anything like that, but I've talked to CB and texted him a few times, but cancer came up, or that word came up. So he's been going back and forth to the doctor, and I'm sure getting opinions on what can be done. The last text message that I got from him, he was actually consulting doctors, and they believe that some type of surgery can be done without any chemotherapy or radiation or anything like that. I don't know much about how that works, but I do know that CB told me that there is an 80% success rate with this surgery, so that's really good news, and those are good numbers versus, the radiation and chemotherapy and all that stuff. So I believe the 20th of November is the day that he is going to have his surgery, and I'm sure he's going to be going back and forth to the doctor, doing visits and all that before then. But I thought it was in line to put this video up. I watched 2 Dogs, Joe's video, and it was an awesome video. And I felt compelled to go on and put one up too, just to give you my take on it and relay just some small bits of information that Mr. CB has sent me. I'm sure he sent Joe some information as well. But I did talk to CB, and at first, when he first told me about it, he told me, just keep it to yourself because I don't want to scare folks, anything like that. But he wanted to pretty much see what he was dealing with before he just went ahead and told everybody what was going on. And, you know, hey, I agree with you on that. But I did talk to CB, and he was like, you know, cool, if you want to do a video, that's cool too. And I felt the need to do one because he is genuinely, and when I say genuinely, he is a genuinely good guy. And his wife is pretty awesome too, Miss Renee. But what I wanted to say in closing or ending this video is a long time ago, when I first started in law enforcement, I had a field training officer that I knew for a while, and then I ended up getting into law enforcement, and he ended up training me some 25, 26 years ago. And he said, you know, I'll tell you this, Dan, when it comes to friends, he said, you'll only be able to count all your friends on one hand. And to be honest with you, what that man told me 20 some odd years ago is absolutely true. You'll only be able to count your true friends on one hand. And I will tell you this with certainty, that Mr. CB is one of these fingers. I'll tell you that much. And he and I just hit it off real good, and he is my friend. So with that being said, I normally do not bring up religion or anything like that, interject religion into any of my videos, but I will ask that if any of y'all that are watching, if y'all of the praying type, or you pray, or you know anybody in your family or anybody else that prays, y'all say a prayer for Mr. CB and Miss Renee. He's going to need it. He's going through some rough times right now, but I'm sure the good Lord will open the door for him, and everything will be okay. So go on and say a prayer for Mr. CB and Miss Renee. Keep them in your prayers. I know I do. And we'll end it like that. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it, please, if you don't mind, because everybody within our community needs to know what's going on with Mr. CB. And maybe they could share some prayers as well. Ryan over at A Little Dirt Never Hurt texted me this morning and was asking me some questions because he was concerned about what was going on, because he saw Joe's video. So I briefly told him what was going on, and I told him, Ryan, I'll keep you updated, brother. As I hear things, as Mr. CB, you know, gets in contact with me, I will definitely text you and let you know what's going on. And it just goes to show you, Mr. CB, that you have a lot of friends here in the YouTube community. This one, Ryan, and definitely Joe, that care about you. And we're going to try to spread the word so we can get as many prayers going as we can. So, if you haven't subscribed to the Home and Sticks channel, think about it. Sure like to have you come over here so I can show you what I'm doing over here, because I'm always doing something. And with that being said, Miss CB, don't let nobody know you shine, brother. And I mean nobody. And we will see you and y'all in the next video.